Under the Hard Hat, Episode 10, Teaching the New Guy. Everyone remembers their first day. Most people can still remember the feeling of being the new guy, trying to keep up, trying not to make a mistake, trying to prove they belong. The question isn't whether you remember that feeling. The question is, have you become the kind of person you needed when you were new? Let me rephrase that. The question isn't whether you remember that feeling of being the new guy. The question is, have you become the kind of person you needed when you were the new guy? Nobody forgets who taught them. I'm pretty sure we all can agree that nobody forgets forgot who taught them, or it could have been several people, just not, you know. And nobody forgets who made them feel like they didn't belong. Those are two different feelings. One of those people builds a crew, the other just fills a position. Let me rephrase that. One of those people builds a crew, and the other just fills positions. All right. This is Under the Hard Hat, powered by TEHFL. Just real conversations from the field. Stuff we don't always say out loud, but we probably should. If you've worked in the trades or blue collared or construction long enough, you've been both people, the new guy and eventually the experienced one. The question is, what are you passing on? Let me rephrase that, or let me say that again. The question is that you need to ask yourself, what are you passing on to the new guy? Paint a picture, or paint the picture for that matter. We've all seen it. The new guy shows up. Hard hat is still looking brand new. People making fun of him for being the new guy. Doesn't know anyone's name. Doesn't know how the crew operates. Trying to stay out of the way, trying not to mess anything up. Some crews welcome him, others test him, some teach him, and others expect him to somehow figure it out. Let me say that again. Some crews welcome him, others test him, some teach him, others expect him to somehow figure it out. Then everybody wonders why people don't stay. Let me say that again. Then everybody wonders why people don't stay. The truth. Teaching isn't just showing somebody how to do the work. It's showing them how to become a part of the crew. Let me say that again for you. Teaching isn't just about showing someone how to do the work. It's showing them how to become part of the crew. Anybody can point out mistakes. Real leaders explain the standard. Let me say that again. Anybody can point out a mistake. Real leaders explain the standard. The goal isn't to make the new guy feel small. The goal is to help him grow because one day he might be teaching somebody else. Let me say that again. The goal isn't to make the new guy feel small. The goal is to help him grow because one day he might be teaching someone new. Honest part, I remember being the new guy, trying to watch everything, trying to listen, trying to earn respect. Some people were patient, some weren't. And the ones who took a few extra minutes, they probably don't even realize it, but I still remember them. And that's the kind of person I've tried to become. Not because I know everything, but because somebody gave me that chance. Let me say this again. That's the kind of person I've been trying to become. Not because I know everything, but because somebody else gave me a chance. So, what I'm trying to say is always guide and teach the new guys. The shift. I've learned that teaching isn't about talking more. It's not. It's I mean, it's so it's about noticing more. Noticing when somebody is overwhelmed. Noticing when they're afraid to ask. Notice when they are trying. Let me say that again. Training, I've learned that teaching the new guys isn't about talking more. It's about noticing more. Noticing when someone is overwhelmed. Notice when they're afraid to ask questions. Notice when they're Notice when they're trying and putting effort in. Sometimes the best thing you can do is slow down for 2 minutes today so they don't struggle for 2 years. Let me say that again. Sometimes the best thing you can do is slow down for 2 minutes today so they don't struggle for 2 years. The tool. Here is something I've tried to remember before you correct somebody. Ask yourself, am I trying to make a point or am I making a better worker? Let me say that again. Here's something I try to remember. Before I correct someone, I ask myself, am I trying to make a point or am I making a better worker? One tears people down, the other builds them up. Let me say that again. One tears the person down, people down. One tears people down, the other builds them up. Teaching with patience, correct with respect, lead by example. Let me say that again. Teach with patience, correct with respect, lead by example. Okay, I'm going to say this one more time. Teach with patience, correct with respect, lead by example. If you've been in the trades or blue collar or construction work for a while, you know more than you think. Don't keep that knowledge to yourself. Pass it on. Let me say that again. If you've been in the trades or blue collar or construction for a while, you know more than you think. Don't keep that knowledge to yourself. Pass it on to the next generation because your legacy isn't measured by how many jobs you finish. It's measured by how many people become better because they worked beside you. Let me say that one more time. Let me say that one more time for you. Don't keep that knowledge to yourself. Pass it on because your legacy isn't measured by how many jobs you finish. It's measured by how many people become better because they worked beside you. Next time, we are going to talk about something every crew faces sooner or later. Disagreements, misunderstanding, tough conversations. The real challenges isn't voiding conflict. It's learning how to handle it without losing yourself. And that's what we will talk about in our next episode. Handling conflict without losing yourself. I'm Eric Chappell. This is Under the Hard Hat, powered by TEHFL, where real work builds real people. Don't forget to hit the download and the follow for this podcast. And make sure you go over to Under the Hard Hat on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and hit the follow button.